Yo, Chuck, do me a favor for Brussels, for Belgium. Bring the noise!
How do you go? Damn wrong! Wanna know what's the game? Like this is incredible! I'm animal!
If you perform in Ghana, you're performing with Ghanaians. If you perform in South Africa, you're performing with a mixture there. So, what you mean, human beings that look different? United States is pockets. It's a fragmented situation. There's a lot of segregation there. But we perform in front of a vast U.S. crowd of different diversities. But we want to be able to perform. We want to at least be exposed to Americans, and we're not exposed to. Black people don't get exposed to America unless we're at our worst. Like if you know, somebody has a problem at home, that's big news. If you're doing great music to enlighten minds for the people, it's like, oh, that's not important. So that has been a problem with Western media, you know, and it's stereotypes. It's when we're at our worst, we get covered well.
What newspapers do you read? What websites do you read to get informed about what's going on in the world?
Well, the internet has replaced a lot of that. Human beings send me a lot of links from different areas. So either from a very grassroots approach, or just like also seeing what a lot of these you gotta pay attention to major media too. Doesn't say you have to believe it, but you have to pay attention to it because they're the #1 propaganda feeders of the planet. So you gotta talk to people. You have to relate to people. You have to talk to the powers that be. You have to get your news from the New York Times and Rupert Murdoch as much as you get grassroots information. So.
Yeah, can you tell us about the website?
We put it up like 12, 13 years ago, but we refined it to be an area of radio shows, independent radio shows. I believe that the DJs are the best communicators. And then also we have publicenemy.com, which has been around a long time. So it's only as good as who delivers the news. Got to find more people to deliver the news. I mean, you find a lot of hip hop sites are just terrible. They want to cover the news that's worth shit, you know, the drama, and you know, they just like want to cover us at our worst.
Bye, everybody. God bless everybody. Wow, this was dope. Oh, this was slim, and this was.
The United States is very racist on its immigration policies, more than ever. I don't believe in orders. I'm a culturalist, so.
And did you
I'm a culturalist and I'm an earthisan.
Yes.
I'm a world earth citizen, so that's an earthisan, and I'm a culturalist. So I really don't believe in government's power.
Yeah, you said that situation got worse nowadays. Why did you say that?
Less people are paying attention.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you reach out to young people still?
Non-stop. I have a daughter who's 1 year old. Where you want me to reach out to who?
No, but I mean the fans.
She's a fan.
Yeah, and I mean the
she requires a lot of time.
The young kids, 15, 16 years old.
How much younger you can get than one?
Yeah.
You're not going to get any younger than one. Yeah, people 15, 16 years old. But I think in the United States, they look at people they follow all the time, and my job is to get them the artists to make changes in themselves for the people that already follow them. That's one thing I hope that they don't necessarily follow us. We're different from a different time, a different age category, but all the artists that they follow need to step up.
That's for your wall. Oh, yeah, you got a be on your wall.
Well, we're gonna do more statements and stuff in the United States at the end of this year, post-election, and we're gonna get ready for 2013.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yep, a lot of things happening, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of independent movies, music, A lot of aesthetics with hip-hop that's happening that's very refreshing. But I think my struggle and our struggle is getting the media to pay attention to that across to the masses. And it's just like in the United States, you know, most people couldn't tell you what Belgium was. Or is that's just a shame for an international country for people that don't know anything about the rest of the world, which means propaganda and brainwashing is in full effect.
The media in America is very centered. Do you also fight against this?
I fight against that all the time. That's where most of my scars are from.
Yeah.
Most of my scars are fighting the media and propaganda and brainwashing on how they want to trick the world into thinking about not thinking. Yeah.
And did Obama change anything?
Obama sits in the seat of America, so the American vehicle that is riding around the world. Yes, you have a revolutionary movement in a lot of places, but also the movements in Africa were, yes, that they're free people, but also the same government behind the government. It's the same old game. So it's a freedom there, but also a decapitation of taking off the top of Africa. Not to say whether, I'm not even going to give my pro-con conversation on Gaddafi, but I remember that when Gaddafi talked about a new currency model for the world, that's when they said he had to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, my thing is like this.
$2.
Well, my thing is like this. It's like the United States or the Western world when they say they're friends with somebody, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's like, so
it changed sides.
Yeah, and not to say that, not to say who had, not to say anything about whether they was right or wrong, but the Western world, when they actually enacted upon Bin Laden, Saddam Hussein, and Gaddafi in that manner, makes us really have to understand the importance of, okay, that happened, now what? Okay, now what? You know, you have to still say, what does it, where does it serve you as human beings? If people are free, then what? Is the Western world still behind the operating strings, and is it much better? Are the people being served? Are the people being fed? Are they, you know, or is it just like another trophy for a war machine?
I also heard you talking about Africa, free Africa.
Yeah. Africa is in chains, and it chains like chain. Africa has fed the world like a refrigerator, and nobody has gone back shopping to replenish it.
Free Africa! Free Africa! Free Africa!